Hey, Pastor Bubba here. We just finished up week number 4 of our series in the book of Ecclesiastes. We're calling this series This Meaningful Life. Today we looked at chapter 3, verses 1 through 15. And what we learned is that there is a time and a season for everything. This idea that in life there will be different seasons, there'll be different events that happen in life. Some of them bring us great joy. Some of us bring us sorrow and despair. And whatever we're experiencing, we really need God to be with us and to help us. Solomon talked about how we have this tension that exists, really this paradox. We are stuck in time, but God has written eternity on our hearts. This idea that we know that I'm living right now, and it's just a moment. Life is just a mist. It's a moment, and then I'm going to die. But eternity is written on my heart. And what do I do with that knowledge, that desire to live forever, to have God with me now, and for me to be with God forever? I believe that eternity is written on our heart to draw us to God, to cry out to God, that we would long for more than what's happening on this earth in this moment. But yet Solomon also said that God has made things beautiful in its time, that he's making everything beautiful in its time. It's this idea that when God is with us, he brings the beauty of the gospel to the moment we're experiencing. And what that means is that even in hardship, even in tragedy, even in suffering, we can lean into God and trust him in all the difficult moments. Solomon also talked about how we're unable to see what God is doing from beginning to end. This idea that when we are unaware of what God is doing, we're not able to see everything that's happening. It can make it challenging and difficult for us to trust him. And so my question to you is, what area of your life are you experiencing right now in which you're unable to see all that God is doing and you need to trust him? What does that look like for you practically, to trust God in the not knowing? To be able to cry out to him and say, God, I need you to help me in this season, with this moment. Share that in your community group. Share your heart. Share what you're going through, knowing that God is faithful always, and one of the ways that he loves us is through the people of God loving us. Solomon also said that God's work endures forever. This beautiful truth that the death and resurrection of Jesus Christ, it has changed everything, and he has done a redemptive work that will endure for all eternity. It also impacts us right now in this moment and brings hope. God is so good. He takes what was meant for evil and he makes good come out of it. The cross is the example of that, the greatest example of that, which assures us that whatever we're experiencing right now, God can bring his goodness and his hope to this moment, to this situation. I want to encourage you to live life to the full, to enjoy it for all it's worth, and to cling to the truth of Jesus as you do. Love you. Have a good week.